Let me see your notes. Okay, Gift, I can see yours. David Igre, I can see yours. Haja Imo Sale. Okay, Haja Sale. Okay, I can see yours. Good. Mr. Do, fine. Obadiah, nice. Um, the games changer. Okay, I can see yours. Okay, Joshua. Where are your notes? Some of you are looking at me like television. No notes. Like, seriously? You are coming to learn from me and you're not coming with your load. Good one, Pauline. Pauline, Miri, nice one. Okay, who else? Yes, I can see Bathsheba Hassan and team. Nice. Hey, I saw MemoPad. Who is still using MemoPad in our training? Mr. Adeduton, please, sir, get a note. Your children will tear that thing and use it to do aeroplane, sir. They will tear the book because it's easy to tear. They will use it and do aeroplane. You won't even know. Yeah? Get a note, a hardcover note. See someone marvelous on Stellar Love, Jumai, good notes. Notes that you can reference 3 years from today, 5 years from today. Gora, I can see your notes. Now, I want to share something with us. Very crucial. Very, very crucial that will help you build a more sustainable business. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me know when you begin to see my screen. If your teammates are not here, you are missing. In fact, you are missing because you may not be able to tell them exactly what I'm about to share with you in the words that I am going to say it, in the same light. Now, if you can see my screen, let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know. You type yes in the chat room to let me know, yes, you can see my screen. Okay, good, very good. Now, so many of us wonder at several times why we are yet to achieve the results that we seek from the business. Why are we not getting the great results, the excellent results? Why is it that despite what we do, despite the energy we put in, we don't get the anticipated excellent results? Why is it that I am doing the things that I am supposed to do and I am not getting the good results? I come bringing good news to you today that you can actually have those excellent results you want. But there are certain things we need to tweak. There are certain things we need to look at that have been affecting or have been determining what you have been getting. And that is the essence of this meeting this morning. C21FG, the parent body under which the Great Achievers is formed, created a structure, created a platform. That platform became what the Great Achievers Hub also adopted. Now, the Great Achievers Hub now provides for you here 3 things. The system. The system. Why do we need a system? Why is the system important? Why will I not just do things the way I want to do them, the way I think they should do, the way that I deem fit? It also provides us with a structure. Why is there a backbone? Why is there a beam, a foundation? Where are there channels that give this business a standing? It also provides us with what? The support. Why should there be someone to guide you? Why should there be things in place that will guide you? Why are all these necessary? Now, when we say in QSG that when the value of a thing is not known, use is inevitable. Now, so many of us have not understand the value of these 3 S. I call them the 3 S, the system, the structure, and the support. What is the value? What is the essence of it? I want to take a little time and explain to us why these 3 things are important, among so many other reasons. Number 1, it is important to follow the 3 S. Why? Because it helps our new connectors to remove the talking and explanation from them. One of the major challenges, one of the biggest constraints our new people who are anticipating joining our business face is that they have the fear. Can I do this business? Can I go out there and talk to people about this business? I don't like selling products. I don't like convincing people. I don't like disturbing people. Now, these 3S makes it possible that the system available through the support provided to make that system work. Our new connectors can build their business and create immediate results without having to go and talk and explain the business. It makes the business simple for them to do. They see it as something that anybody can do. I was in a meeting yesterday and I took time to explain how simple using the system makes it for us. I took out a sheet of paper. I asked someone in the hall to tear me a sheet of paper. The woman tore me a sheet of paper, and I asked everybody in the hall, can you get a sheet of paper like what I'm holding in my hand? And everybody said yes. I said, no, raise up your hand if you can get a sheet of paper. They raised up their hand. Yes, I can get a sheet of paper. And I said, I collected somebody's phone. I asked somebody there, give me your phone. And thank God the person gave me the tiniest of all phones, those small phones that are not smart. I said, does anybody have a phone like this here? They said, yes. Some of them have smartphones. I asked them, can you copy out numbers from this phone and put on this sheet of paper I'm holding? And they said, yes. You see, in their mind already, all I need is what? Take a sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be ruled. Now we add the effigy of ruling it. Take a plain sheet of paper. Take a phone, whether a Palasa phone, China phone, or whichever one. Write out that. Now, in the mind of the new connector, they're already saying it. I can do this. And I told them, a business executive will guide you on how to forward a text message to these numbers. Just giving you messages to forward. Somebody will guide you. And when you send a text message to them, what you say and what you don't say, someone will call these people on your behalf, be in a presentation like this. Now you can see that that system that we have provided makes it easy, makes it simple, very simple, not easy, simple for the new connector without him talking and explaining. That's the importance of the 3S. Another importance, another value, another great benefit of the 3S is what? It ensures duplication. It ensures duplication. Towards the end of my presentation, I asked the prospects again. I know I have shown you some success stories, yes? I know you have also seen people here who share their success story, but I know within your heart, you might still be asking, these people can do it, can I do it? And I told them, let me help. Is there anybody here that has such question going on in their mind? Raise up your hand. They raised their hand. I said, let me help you answer that question by asking you a question. And then I want you to honestly answer me. I asked, if you are a 21st century CEO sitting in this hall, be on your feet. All the connectors stood up. And I asked the audience, before these people who are standing stood up, what were they doing while I was presenting? And the audience said, they were sitting down listening to you presenting. I said they were sitting down, and I asked them a question. What they were doing from the moment I mounted the stage till that point, which was sitting down and listening to me, can you do the same thing? They said, yes, I can sit down and listen. I said, good. It means you can do the business. Someone sent a text message. Someone called them, which is not the person that sent the text message. I am the one sitting here, standing here, presenting this opportunity to you, which means that all you need to do is what? Sit down there. After you have sent a text message, someone will call them, just sit down and listen while someone else will present the business to your people. Already in their mind, they have seen that, oh, I am already having my sign-up sitting in a meeting. What it means is that already they are seeing themselves part of the business that can do what others are doing. The duplication continues because they can do what was done on them. They can see the people that will connect to be able to do what they are going to do. It ensures duplication. That's the power and importance of the 3S. Another benefit of the 3S is that it ensures sustainability, especially with the structure. The structure that you don't just do things the way you want it, but that you grow on the cadre. You, from becoming a connector, you become a partner, you become an emerging active partner. Moving from emerging active partner, you become what? An active partner. Become a kingsman. And rising through the rank, that the structure that has been programmed, what happens? It ensures sustainability of the business. But why is it that despite these 3 wonderful S that we have, so many of us are still not getting the results? I have been able to find out, to figure out why so many of us, despite the system, the structure and support we have not been able to start creating the excellent results. And I want to share with you the things you have been doing. Now, let me tell you this. You know, there is this thing that we say that you can't be in water and soap will enter your eyes. Abby? But I have seen that you can actually be in water and soap. Have you ever been bathing? Water is pouring on you and the soap is still in your eyes. Has it ever happened to happen? In reality, it does happen. Yes, you can be in water and soap will be entering your eyes. Because so many of us are not getting the excellent results because we are not utilizing the structure, the system, and the support. How are we, or what are those things that are making us to get the poor results? Number one, pay attention. Number one. And as I share this thing with you, I want you to be honest with yourself. If you are doing any of these things, feel free to share your observation for yourself in the group. If you know someone who is doing this, also feel free to share. Don't call the person's name so that they won't break your head. But if you know someone, okay, if you know someone, just make a comment in the chat room, okay? One of the reasons why, despite the amazing 3 S's we have, some of us still create poor results in the business is this. We follow what looks easy. We follow what looks easier. I didn't say what is easier. In our mind, it looked easier. I was listening to one guy the other day, and he said that in life, listen to this. He said, in life, you must experience 2 pains. Either of 2 pains, actually. That in life, you must experience either of 2 pains. It's either you experience the pains of success, the pains that comes with achieving something. It's either you experience that, or you experience the pains of regrets. It's either you experience the pains that comes with building successfully, or the pains of regret. When you look for what is easier, what follows you as far as creating success in this business is the pain of regret. What is easier to do when in terms of prospecting? I don't want these people to ask me questions. So I go to the person that I am higher than. I was doing TLS on Thursday, and I told great achievers there that if you are a 5, the people you need in your business are not 4s, 3, 2, and 1s. The people you need in your business are 5, 6, 7, and 10s. So what do we do? When you are a 5, I have found out that majority of us go to prospect people who are 1. Go to prospect people who are on level 2. Go to prospect people who are in level 3. Why? Because it's easier to prospect them now. It's easier. It's easier because they are higher than them. They won't ask you questions. They won't challenge you. They won't look at you head to toe and size you up because you are better than them. It's like a king among paupers. But if you go for the fives, if you go for the six, if you go for the tens, oh goodness, those are the people that when they connect to your business, they can do the digiverse, they can do the megaverse. Those are the people. But getting to them, you have to first be like them. You have to think the way they think. You have to find the place where you find them. There's a training I did on Thursday about how to effectively prospect third party using questionnaires. Maybe that will be a training for another day. But so many of us don't follow the system because we think it's easier. Why should I go to someone who I will say, I'll fill this questionnaire? And we leave the system for filling a questionnaire. And we say, okay, fill this questionnaire. We are inviting to an event and you are going to a third party and you are using IV. Like, seriously? A third party, somebody, not a third party, a total stranger. The question I have for you is this. Imagine a total stranger walks up to you, somebody you don't know from Adam, and is handing you over an invitation card. What are the chances that you will show up in that event? You might show up, but what are the chances? What is the probability that you will show up? Very small. To your favor, very small. But it's easier to give them that rather than follow the rigors of prospecting. When you are inviting, you know, I was speaking with one of my cell anchors, and he said, events, we had one of the people we recommended went and started calling their people without sending text message. In my mind, I'm like, where is that part of the system? We follow what is easier or looks easier, because in reality, we are still spending energy. When you bring it to present, to invitation, oh goodness, bring it to presenting, we follow what looks easier rather than pouring ourselves into that using the system. This is why so many of us, despite having a good system, the good support and structure, don't get the excellent results yet. Another reason why some of us still get the poor results despite having the good 3S is this. We do what we do in our you do what you do in your current job or business in this business. Now, so many of us are used to doing things anyhow and getting away with it. We are on our job, we come late, and then we go to our superior and we do, oh my God, my head is paining me. I was coming and my head started paining me. That is why I went home. That's why I didn't come to work yesterday. For my ladies, my guy, it was that time of the month. It was very painful this time. That's why I did not prospect. This is what we do in our current jobs and we get away with it. If you want to create some great success in this business, if you do it, you will not get the excellent results. No, you won't. No, you will not. Trust me. You will not. You will not. Now, let me tell you something. I use the bank often as a scenario because that place has been able to create a working system, a perfect structure, really support, really. But the system and structure are there. The benefit we have over the bank is that we provide unending level of support. Now, but let me tell you what happens there in the system and structure they have created. I told us a story one time about a colleague I had who, if it was that time of the month, everybody in the branch will know. Why? Because, man, she will cry and cry and cry. She can't sit. She will kneel down. Almost the manager will dedicate his office for her for those 1-2 days. The office, but guess what? This manager will not say, oh yeah, go home. Never. When there is something that needs her attention, like the head of the unit, she must, in those pains, go to her desk and fulfill those functions. She will wipe her tears with the serviettes, go to that desk, fulfill the functions, and come back and continue crying. Are you wondering why the bank always creates results? You can say, you need to understand what, I shared a video with us. I don't know how many of us saw that in the social group and in some of the groups. A man speaking about discipline. He said, discipline is, I've done everything that my energy can carry, but I have not done what is required. I continue doing till I do what is required. That is what discipline is all about. The structure enforces some level of discipline on us, while some of us are still doing the business the way we do our jobs. Are you wondering why your business you do before you got into the 21st century CEO, are you wondering why that business is not creating a lot of results? Because you are doing it the way it is comfortable. Oh, I don't know if somebody's getting this. You have been doing it the way it's comfortable. When you start doing it the way it is required, the watchword is the way it is required, you will start creating the excellent results. So if you are looking for the excellent results in our business, you don't do it the way you do other things. No, you have to do it the way it is required, the way the structure requires it. Another reason why some of us still create poor results, despite the amazing 3S we have, is because we want to invent. You want to invent your own wheels. Not even reinvent. You are inventing your own wheels. When we go out to prospect, we follow the way that we have created in mind that the prospect like, rather than the way the system has said, this is the way you should prospect. We go to make invitation. In fact, I was listening to somebody making invitation call the other day. In fact, it was a fellow connector that said, okay, if I am this prospect, I won't come. There is nothing that will make me to come. And the person, let me give you the person was saying, you will be there on Sunday now. You will be there. No, you have to be there. No, you need to be there now. You need to be there on Sunday. No, you have to be there. No, you should be there now. No. Been inviting you. You need to be there on Sunday. You have to be there on Sunday. And now I'm asking you, which part of the system allows you to make invitation call like this? Even if it was big announcement, this is not the system. And you are following this, and you are wondering why you are not creating the excellent results yet. You are inventing the wheel. I see some of us who are maybe in locations where they have been put on the timetable. When you listen to the analysis they do while presentation, even me, that is the Great Achievers Mentor, even me, but I give up. I listen to some of you presenting, I just die. Oh, I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. Who told this person this story? I thought this story related to what's going on here. Like, what is going on? Like, my hand, like, you pray and wake up. You are inventing your own will. A new prospect connects and becomes a connector in your business. When you hear the way, when you see the way some of us handle them, the things we say to them, and you're asking us, which training did you attend that taught you this one? No, I need to find out which training did you attend. Oh, like this is not C21FG system, oh, not the Great Achievers Hub system, oh. Where is this? What? I don't understand. Who created this system of doing that? Who? I don't understand. Where is it from? You are inventing your own wheels. But the question I have for you this morning is this. If you have identified any of these three things, sincerely, because let me tell you what some of us do. We self-righteous ourselves. we self-righteous what we are doing. We justify what we are doing to be the right thing. Now, let me tell you this. When you do the right thing in the right amount and in the right way, you will get the results. Let me tell you why I know this to be so. I was watching a football highlights a couple of days back, and a midfielder passed a ball to a fellow striker, and the striker was supposed to score. Before the ball, as the ball was coming into the penalty area of the opponent, the commentator, listen to this, as the ball was coming, it was not yet with the striker. The ball was already in the air. Now, guess what the commentator said? He called the name of the striker and said, this striker is expected to score. You don't get this. The ball was just in, the guy just moved the ball, pressed the ball in the air. Before the ball got to the striker into the penalty area with the opponent, the commentator, not even the coach, commentator said, this striker is supposed to score this goal. Now, what made you think? Now, these are human beings. There are human factors involved. But based on the angle of the ball, based on the speed of the ball, based on where the striker was positioned, he is expected with no margin of error not to score that goal. What does this tell you? That when you do the right thing in the right way, following the right amount, the margin of error of failing is so slim that you have to succeed. So when you are not getting the right results, go and ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? I want you to write these 3 questions down. Put it as a watchword for yourself. Am I doing the right things? That's question number 1. Am I doing the right things? Number 2, am I doing the right things the right way? Those things, this thing we say, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can say the wrong things to the right person. You can actually say the wrong things to the right person. Am I doing the right things? That's question number 1. Question number 2, am I doing the right things the right way? And question number 3, am I doing the right things the right way in the right proportions? You need to answer these 3 questions. You need to take good on these 3 things before you can say, I am doing it and no result. No, when these 3 things come together in the right quantities, in the right amounts, and in the right way, the results will naturally drop. So for those of us who are ready and have come to that point where they are telling yourself, I think there is something wrong with these 3 rights. These 3 rights, there is something wrong about me. Is there anybody here who believes at this point, with what I have shared with you so far, that something might be wrong, that something is actually wrong with 1 or 2 or even the 3 right things you should do? Is anybody beginning to identify that? I want to see your comment in the chat room if you are beginning to identify that. If you are moving away from self-righteousing yourself, I show up in the office, I make the calls, I prospect, I present, they don't sign up, they don't do this, they don't do this, they don't do this. Is anybody beginning to figure out that there might be something wrong? I think there is something. I think there is something wrong with my rights. I think there is something about my rights that I'm actually missing. Because when the 3 rights are there, let me tell you this. If you are not an 8-figure earner in this meeting, and you don't understand at this point that there is something wrong with your rights, your salvation in this business is far. Your victory in this business is far. I'm telling you the truth. If at this point you feel your 3 rights are correct, and you are not yet an 8-figure earner, you need in fact, you need in fact, I don't know if you will be saved. The moment, even me, there is still something wrong with my 3 R's. Even me. So if you are here and you feel all your 3 R's are good, But for those of us who feel there is something about these 3 R's that I'm not getting so right yet, there is something about it I'm not getting so right yet, I come also bringing better news for you. And what is the better news I bring for you? A way that you can move that your results, not from poor to satisfactory, not from poor to good, but from poor to excellent. And I want to share this to those minds who have accused themselves that there is something I am not doing correctly, and I need to figure it out. To those minds listening to the sound of my voice who are ready to do something about the way they have been doing things, the things that they are doing itself, and the numbers on which they are doing it, so that they can align with the 3 S's and create results. Let me tell you what you do. Rather than looking for what is easier, rather than looking for or doing the things that are easier or that look easier, rather than running to do those things that look easier for you in our business, what I want you to do is what? Ask yourself, what are the things that works in our business? What are the things that works? The things that works in our business are the things we do by the books, the things we do by the system, the things we do by following the structure, the things we do by following the support system and providing it. So rather than looking for what is easier, ask yourself, this thing I am trying to do that looks easier, does it work? If it works for me, can someone in my team use it and it will work? Can people in that person's team use it and it will work? If it cannot work, please don't do it. It will make you not to get the excellent results. Am I speaking to somebody this morning? It will make you not to get excellent results. If you are the only one getting results in your business, you need to look into what you are doing. Something is not wrong, it's not correct. It's either you are doing what looks easier rather than doing what works. The second thing you can do is this. Instead of doing what you do in your current business, showing up to it when it is convenient, when it is comfortable, when you don't have any other thing productive to do, what you should start doing is this. Do what 21st century CEOs do. Do what they do. 21st century CEOs don't look for what is easier. They look for what works. They don't do things by doing it the way they do it in their current jobs. They do it the way the business requires of them to do it. They follow the system. They follow the script. They do the right quantities. They prospect the right people. That's the way 21st century CEOs do their business. Now, instead of inventing your own wheels, instead of trying to create that new way of doing things, you can choose to follow the 21st century CEO wheels. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You don't need, listen to this, you don't need to change the script, change the manner of your presentation to become an 8-figure earner in this business. You don't. No, you don't. You know, yesterday when I was running a meeting in a venue, it happened that another organization was running a network marketing presentation by the side again. It happened that this was the parent company where I started network marketing. In fact, when I came, before I was called in, some of the people there were people I left in 2013 when I abandoned the old vehicle because of the structure they were running and all that. Now, guess what? They came, we greeted. While I was explaining my business, something ran through my mind that it is the similar things that I've been using since I got to know about network marketing. I am still using. It's just newer examples, newer structure, improved structure, not newer per se, improved structure. The base, the foundation is still the same thing. The base is still the same thing. I see so many of us when we start presenting or following up or starting someone or prospecting, so it doesn't look like network marketing anymore. It looks like a traditional business. Why are you inventing your will rather than following the laid down wills, the laid down procedures that create the results? So for those of us who are ready to start doing these three things, to start doing things, not just what is easier, but what works, not just by doing it the way have been, but knowing that, ask us something. If you, let's say you are, many of us attended lectures in the university, where we attended classes while we were in secondary school. Was it the same way? In secondary school, the way we attended classes in secondary school, was that the same way we attended lectures in the university? Was it the same way? No, it was not the same way. So I'm asking you, how come now you want to create a different level of success in our business by doing things the way you are doing it currently? Do you think you are denying yourself of the benefits of the business because you are not doing things the way it is required of you? So I urge you this morning, do what works. Follow the way that the system has been shared with you, and then don't try to invent or reinvent the wheels. Don't do that. Now, I know some of us here are victims of reinvented wheels by our call it line leaders. Some of them have quit something that if they are not around, results won't be created. Some of them have made themselves the all and all and everything. And their people are not creating the result. It's only when they are there, they shield them off from the structure so that when they also do some crazy things, they wouldn't. Today is for your emancipation. So far, you are aligned with the C21FG structure. So far, you are aligned with the Great Achiever structure. I'm going to lay down to you ways that you can actually be saved, ways that you can apply these things I'm showing you, ways you can follow the 21st century CEO structure, ways you can follow the laid down system and enjoy the massive support that we have. So I urge you this morning, as I begin to close this, to choose wisely. Choose wisely how you want us to provide this support to you. Choose wisely how much involvement you want to bring into the business. We don't want to push you more than you're willing to work. What are you going to choose wisely? You're going to choose whether you want us to provide this support as a spare timer to you, whether you want us to provide the support that will enable you to do the right things, the right way, and in the right amount as a part-timer. Choose also whether you want us to provide these things to you as a full-timer. Whichever category you choose is fine by us. It's very fine by us. But that will also determine the level of support, the level of monitoring, the level of assistance you will get that will help you to keep in line while you follow the right things, the right ways, and in the right amounts, so that you can fully enjoy the benefits that comes with the 3S. Now, for our spare timers, these are people who will still follow the 3S. They follow the system, they follow the structure, they follow the support. The system, structure, and support for doing all the activities in the business. They follow it. The good thing about the spare timers is that they only do the business when he or she wants to do it. At their spare time, they've finished from work. They are done for the day. They've cooked dinner. They've played with the kids. They've gone to hang out with the boys. And they now realize, oh, I still have a business, but I want to do it. So they do it at their own time, at their own pace. These are the spare timers. If an event is coming up and you decide to drag one of your friends to the event, that's fine. As a spare timer, very okay. Someone is celebrating a car launch. We inform you, you come and jubilate in it, touch the car and say, I claim it, yeah? As a spare timer. We are launching out you decide that, okay, this event that is going to seat 1,000 people, I want to make sure that I come there myself. You are a spare timer. There's no pressure on you. But remember, you must follow the 3S, and then not much, like I have been saying, is expected of a spare timer. Do it at your own pace. You see, they do you. Do we understand this? We say in a presentation that the business allows you to do it as they do you. Yes, do it as a spare timer. Now, the other one is the individual who chooses to do the business as a part-timer. Now, a part-timer is that person who has a business that he or she is currently still working. That person who has a job that he or she is still in, but still wants to devote some time to the business. He wants that time that he or she is devoting to the business to be monitored, to be regimented, to be supervised. But he still wants to keep his or her job or still do his or her business. We understand that some of us are already in some professions that we have a lot of passion for, that we are doing that pays us a lot, that we love and we want to keep. We encourage that. But as a part-timer, my brothers and sisters, great achievers, you must still follow the 3S. Yes, the system, the support, and the structure. Number 2, this person must be attending cell meeting. It's a 1 hour of get together where we share thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Number 3, this part-timer who wants his activity to be regimented in a week must specify to his team lead 3 days in a week that he will show up in the office to work his business. 3 times in a week. You have to specify. It's not if it's comfortable on Monday, you show up on Monday. No. It's not if it's uncomfortable on Tuesday, you show up on Tuesday. No. You have to go to your team lead at the end of this meeting and tell him, sir, I want in these 7 days, I can do Tuesday, I can do Thursday, I can do Friday. And once I close from work, I will be in the office before 5 o'clock. So on Tuesday, 5 o'clock, you are in the office. On Tuesday, on Tuesday, 5 o'clock, you don't call and say, hey, my nose is paining me. I want to go home. I just closed from work. Today has been very tiring. No. Those days have to be made sacred. You don't shift them. You don't fix a birthday party by 5 o'clock on a Tuesday if you have chosen Tuesday as the day you show up in your business. You are a part-timer. If you're a spare timer, you can show up in the office every time it is convenient, but not a part-timer. Now, for a part-timer, you are in the business on part-time basis. So every day, you should prospect 10 people in your business, 10 individuals in your business as a part-timer. As a part-timer, in a week, you should have a minimum of 30 confirmed bookings. What I'm giving you is a standard you should follow as a great achiever here. A standard that you should follow. And to team leads here, if you go back to your region, to your offices, and you water this down, let me tell you what happens. It's going to affect the results you create in your business, in your team. Now, as a part-timer, you are supposed to follow up on at least 5 people every day. You saw my business the other day, following the structure. What do you like best? You said I should get back. You have to close the proper way. 5 in a day. And you have to get back to your leader on the day of your review. This is what I have done in the past 1 week. This is what I have done in the past days. This is what I have done as a part-timer. So some of us who have been presenting ourselves as part-timers may actually realize the awakening of this meeting that we have been spare-timers. That we have been spare-timers. We have not been part-timers. This was how I was able to double my income in the bank while I was still a part-timer. It was not by doing things when it was convenient. It was about doing things as it was required of me. Some of us who present ourselves as full-timers, by the awakening of this meeting, we realized this morning that they have actually been part-timers or even spare-timers. We show up in the office every day, but we have not been full-timers, but part-timers. Am I pinching somebody? Is somebody getting pinched? Why is Gam talking to me? If you are feeling as if I'm talking to you directly, I want you to be rejoiced because this meeting is for you. I want you to move from poor to excellent results. Now, for the full-timers, those who want us to support them as full-timers, I want you to see some of these. Number one, you have to follow the 3S as a full-timer. You have to resume in your office by 7:45 a.m., not by 8 a.m., no, 7:45. Why do you resume by 7:45? You need to settle in. You need to say a word of prayer to your maker. You need to go through some basic things and prepare yourself for cell meeting, Monday to Friday. Now, let me tell you this. Full-timers, see, except you can no longer see. Now, except they closed your eyes, like there's a medical condition or that your eyelids cannot open. That's the only thing that will make you not to be in cell meeting. In fact, you at that point, you should put earpiece and be listening. Attending cell meeting is totally mandatory for full time. I'm on transit. Why should you even be on transit when you should be a full-timer? No, when you should be in cell meeting. How? How? In some people, it's when it is time for cell meeting that they send me a message. Boss, I won't be able to join cell meeting today because I am on transit. Like seriously. Like seriously. Some of us is only 3 cell meeting that we are coming to the office as full-timers. A part-timer on his way to work can be attending cell meeting. On his way to work, a part-timer, but not a full-timer. Full-timer is seated with his or her note on everything ready, with mindset set for the cell meeting. A full-timer must prospect 20 in a day. That's a full-timer. That is a full-timer. A full-timer must have 20 confirmed bookings in a day. No, you can't go home as a full-timer and 20 people have not told you, I will attend your presentation tomorrow. I will log into Zoom text tomorrow. I will attend the event. No, if you don't have 20 as a full-timer, you have done the right activities, but not in the right quantity. Are you seeing the 3 R's playing out? Say full-timer, you must have 20 confirmed bookings before you go home, before you close shop. That is what is expected. That is the expectation for a full-timer. Now listen to this. A full-timer must devote 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day on personal hour of development. I forgot to say about the part-timer. A part-timer devotes 90 minutes in a week on personal development. That's about 30 minutes in any 3 days to learn something about their business. 90 minutes in an entire week. That's the base minimum, the minimum. Now, all full-timers, and I'm saying this to all team leads here, ensure that once in a week, you sit down with your full-timers and review their activities. What have you done against what is required of you to do? What have you done? Tell me what you have done. How did you do what you have done? How did you do? What quantities did you do those things? I will suggest you do that immediately after Super Monday cell meeting on Mondays. Immediately after that, get to do your full-timers review. And then listen to this. Every full-timer must be an activator every week. What it means is that in a period of 7 days as a full-timer, you should sign up a minimum personally of 2 people. Yes, you should be an activator in a week. There's nothing else you're doing. If you don't have personal sign-ups in your name, the devil of going out there, taking some sign-up is high. Because you want to match, you want to put it where to pay you 5 times. But if you have your own personal sign-ups, you don't bother about that. You have your own activities going on. You put it where it should be. Okay? Now, as a full-timer, you must complete challenge 36 every month. You and your team every month should generate a minimum of 36 codes in a month. Not just you, not personal. You and your entire team in a month. If you are the only full-timer, it means you are the only one running challenge 36 for the first month. I am running this so that you start preparing myself. Use this last week of May so that you get yourself, say, this is what I'm going to do in May. Let me practice it so that by 1st of May, I am hitting it full throttle on it. This is the program of activities of full-timers. Now, your leaders can add this to this to ensure that you maximize the 3 S. But I want to tell you this. When you follow the things I have shared with you this morning, when you follow it, you will create success. When I hear things like, do you know what they are doing? Someone was telling me the other day, boss, leave that, some of these people are lying if they tell you what they are doing. I want to tell you this morning, I don't care what people are doing. I don't care whatever thing they may be doing or what. I don't care. But let me tell you what I care. What I care about and know is this. When you do the right things in the right ways and in the right quantities, number one, the law of averages will even up for you. Number two, God is a fair God. Okay, sorry about that. I was about wrapping up. I need to finish. Sorry, the network, now we still in Niger. Okay. Okay, if you can hear me, you can, okay, just a minute. Let me share the screen again. Okay, so like I was saying, it doesn't bother me what other people are doing. When I say doing, some of us go to the extent of saying some people are lying, some of these, I'd say, let me tell you, I serve a God that rewards hard work. I don't know if somebody got just what I said. I serve a God that I know rewards hard work. That's the God I serve. And that's the only God I know. If other people have other gods, I don't care. I don't care. I know the only God I know I serve. And that is what I want you to start doing. Do the right things. Do the right quantities. Do the right amounts. And I tell you, those results you seek will start becoming yours. Whenever the results you seek, the excellent results you seek are not coming as you expect, ask yourself, have I done the right thing with regards to prospecting? If I think I have done the right thing, have I done it the right way? Let me ask my leader, am I doing this the correct way? Let me go and ask the person that is at your same level, who is generating the same poor result. Go and ask the person who has the ability to tell you the truth. And number three, even if maybe I'm doing the right things the right way, but am I doing it in the right amounts and in the right numbers? I promise you this, as far as God lives, when you do get these three things right, the right way, the right amounts, and then the right things, the results will become yours. The number one cardinal structure of C21FG is this: hand over, commit your business to God. When you commit your business to God and you get these three things right, and I tell you, the results you will not have are the results you don't envision. I have a small message for you this morning, and I'm going to end this meeting with it. I want you to hear it not from my words, but from the words of this great man of God. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. I'm going to repeat the video twice because about 30 seconds. Listen to this.
Just any dummy can be a success if he knows what it takes. If you fail, it's your fault. And if you succeed, it's your fault. Every failure keeps blaming the successful. It's a lie, just using some other method we don't know. No. You think they work in the night for nothing? They're going for some meetings. That's why they succeed. Okay, follow them. Someone said success is a matter of luck. Ask any failure. That's his concept. He's just lucky. There's nothing there, Brother David is just lucky. Okay, be as lucky as him. Work the hours he works. Be focused as he's focused. You'll be equally lucky. He's paying the price anywhere you are. It determines your level of success in life. The top is open and free, but everyone has to make his way there. And the sky is so wide that no two balls ever collide. Nobody's success is the reason for anybody's failure. So stop getting angry with successful. Subscribe to the demands, and you'll be as successful as whosoever may be. Just any dummy can be a success if he knows what it takes. If you fail, it's your fault. And if you succeed, it's your fault. Every failure keeps blaming the successful. It's a lie, just using some other method we don't know. No. You think they work in the night for nothing? They're going for some meetings. That's why they succeed. Okay, follow them. Someone said success is a matter of luck. Ask any failure. That's his concept. He's just lucky. There's nothing there, Brother David is just lucky. Okay, be as lucky as him. Work the hours he works. Be focused as he's focused. You'll be equally lucky. He's paying the price anywhere you are. It determines your level of success in life. The top is open and free, but everyone has to make his way there. And the sky is so wide that no two balls ever collide. Nobody's success is the reason for anybody's failure. So stop getting angry with successful. Subscribe to the demands, and you'll be as successful as whosoever may be.
Okay, great achievers. This is my message for each and every one of you this morning. It said, the top is so wide that no two balls can collide. The top is too wide that no two balls can collide. Rather than blaming the successful for making you unsuccessful, become as successful as them. That's the message. Do what they do that you don't do. Go and find out anybody. Some of us are in coding room. You see some people, they are requesting in the morning and the evening. Go and do what they do. Go and run events that they do. Go and run presentations. Go and run sleepless nights like they do. You will have results like they do. There's no hard and fast rule about it. Nobody's holding down your success. You are the one holding down your success. Let me tell you what I urge you to do this morning. So many of us stopped fighting as we became adults. But all our life, we have been fighting. Even from the moment before we became soul, we had souls as human beings. We are fighting as sperm cells. Do you know how many millions of sperm cells fight for a single egg? Do you know how many millions of fight? And then they fought, and they formed you. Just one. And then you continue fighting through the stages, developing from being like a tadpole to developing nails, pushing those skin out. You continued fighting. They gave birth to you, you continued fighting. You were growing teeth. The pain. Have you seen a child growing a tooth? Do you see the pain they go through, but they don't stop, they continue? Have you seen a child learning how to walk? Do you see the pain they go through while fighting through? But the moment we become adults, we stop fighting. And we are wondering why we are not achieving the results that we want to achieve. I urge you today, fight on. I urge you today, fight on. It is not over till you win. If you stop fighting, you will sit and complain about those who continued fighting on. That's my message for all of you this morning. I hope someone here has been empowered to fight on till you achieve the results you do. But don't fight the wrong way. Fight the right way. Don't fight with the wrong procedure. Follow the right procedure. And don't fight in the wrong numbers. Fight on the right numbers. And the success you achieve will blow your mind. The success you achieve will be that you have never imagined. So that's my message for all of us. Some great achievers are here. This has taken longer than I planned, but I believe it has been worth your time this morning. Okay, Mr. Matthew, Pharmacist Matthew, what do you have for great achievers? Very quickly.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for this an amazing topic this morning. And I want to just say a big thank you, because many of us, this is a turning point for us. because many of us, we have been doing what is easy. That is where the result has not been coming. At least we have heard it today again. We have to rewrite our story again, the way we are going to grind this business. So, boss, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all I can say now.
You're welcome. Who are those here? Chikam, so what word do you have for great achievers?
Okay, thank you, sir. God bless you for this ginger for this week. We have known it that we are not doing enough and we are not doing the right thing. The best thing is that let this training be a rethink and a training that we are going to say, thank God we were in the meeting today, being 22nd of May. God bless you, sir, and we'll do our best.
Thank you very much. Jay, talk about what word do you have for great achievers? Unmute yourself. Who do I have?
Thank you so much, Gam. Thank you so much for this morning. Great achievers. The attitude of reinventing the wheel is the major problem that most of us have. The way we are presenting the business, the way we are following up, the scripts we are using to call people. Most of us will complain, people are not showing up, people are not showing up. Have you even gone back to the script that this business gave to you and the one you are using now? You listen to the script some people are using to call. You're shocked. Is it this business that we're doing? So the attitude of reinventing the wheel is a problem that most of us that we're facing today. Some of us, our presentation slide is over 500 pages. Over 500 slides.
3 hours presentation.
Different things. Even you are confusing yourself in the presentation. There are people that came to see the business. They've forgotten why they are there. Seeing a lot of things in your presentation. The problem is no longer village people. The problem is you inventing the wheel. Go back to the slide that was given to you. Add your success story and start presenting.
That's all.
These things you are adding, putting this, putting that, everything you see on social media is in your slide. The people are already bored even before you finish the presentation. They've forgotten the reason why they are there. The quality people that should have signed up in your business had already left you with your presentation. You say, I say, this thing not be for me. Go back to the slide that was given to you. Remove the success story. Add your success story. Chicken, that's all you need. If you are sincere with yourself and do this, you start getting results. It's not that hard. Thank you so much, Gam. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. So many of us, hi. You see slide, you go shock. No, you see slide, you go shock. Like you go shock. Then go read that. Ah, yeah. Mr. Donis, yes, what do you have for us?
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, great achievers. Thank you very much for this training this morning. And to me, G.S. Okwe has said everything I wanted to say. If you do what is easy, like Liz Brown said, your life will be hard. And if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. A lot of us are reinventing the wheel. They are bringing out scripts. They are putting things into the scripts, and because of that, they are trying to just get people coming into their business. And at the end of the day, you find out that you are not having duplication in our team because of that thing that we are doing. So I want to encourage everyone, just like we heard today, let's revisit what we are doing, review what we are doing, and try to make amendments. And again, about the full-timers activities and the part-timers activities, I know one time you did something similar to us when we were in Abuja then, where you designed a full-time activity. There's a number of calls that we should do. There's a number of things that we should do. Some followed, some didn't follow. But what I can tell everybody here is this: we sit down here and we listen to people that are successful, people that are not just telling us things, but people that have created results from what they do. So they're simply telling us, this is what I did that made me to achieve the result that I've achieved now. All we need to do is just to follow their footsteps and get to where they are now. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir, for this training this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, Funkite, are you here? If you're here, share a word with us. I can see you, Francis. But before they come up, I want to say something that has been coming off and on my mind. Ask yourself, why is it that my leader makes calls and people come? Why is it that my leader presents and people sign up? Let me tell you one thing you can do. You need to learn to borrow the credibility of your leader. You need to learn to borrow the credibility of your leader. Number two, you need to adopt the mannerism of that person you know that creates the results. So many of, one thing, let me tell you one thing, if anybody has paid attention, one of the mentors in network marketing that I follow hook, line, and sinker, I bring it down to our weather here, our atmosphere here, is Matt Morris. He's young and he's super successful. If you listen to my presentation, I use his exact words. I use his exact words. When you listen to me training, and you have listened to Ambassador Mike's training, you will see me repeating his words. Some of us, I don't know this mindset of let it be your own thing. Network marketing is simpler than that. This is a business, you become an 8-figure by doing copy and paste very well. You want to create 8-figure results. I bet you don't see here. Just add quantity, vibe, energy into what see, the kind of result you will create will blow your mind. If my leader is trying to set up a new location, how does he start there? Does he start there and he goes to start doing home launch? Some people will go and open office in a new, let's say they travel from here to Adamawa to start off an office. Rather than launch out their business in Adamawa, just like their leaders do you know what they do? They go there, set up an office, and then they start going to people's houses and be doing home launch. I'm like, whose mannerism of doing business are you following? Who did you learn that from? Where have you seen it? Holtenborg said, launch out your business. Some of us, every code they want must happen in 30-seater office, in their 50-seater office. Who told you that? Who told you that's how you launch out your business? You launch out, then you bring the rest with you to your office. Your office is for weekly activity, but weekend is, we are going to that launching. Some of us want to follow and it boils down to the first reason I gave. We want to do what looks easier, and we want to invent the wheel. If you want to have the results your mentors are having, and even bigger, you first need to get to their level and then surmount it. You need to do the things the way they have been doing it. There's so many of us, the way we do these things, we are borrowing our own credibility instead of the credibility of how does he talk? When does he smile? What does he, when he's talking about this part of the slide, what does he say? What kind of jokes does he bring into the presentation? What kind of things does he avoid in this? You need to pay attention to those details. There's so many of us, we just jump in. We want to do it the way we have been doing every other thing. If you continue doing it the way you have been doing every other thing, you will keep getting the results that you are getting. Let me ask us this. Have you realized that some pastors in Christ Embassy do their hair like Pastor Chris? Have you realized that a lot of ministers of the gospel they dress the way that their overseer, general overseer dresses? They talk the same pace that he talks. They speak at the same way. Are you ever wondering why are they doing the same thing? Because their mentor has followed that line of doing things and created results, expanded the ministry. And you want to expand your own ministry under his tutelage, and you want to go and well, you will suffer. It will be hard. It will be hard. Ask yourself, if my leader is to do this, how does he or she do this? How does he or she attend to this? How does he or she do this? That will give you a good guide to building a successful business. I wish you for all of us the best of today. I want to believe you got value. Sit down and ask yourself, what am I going to do? It's right in your power to create better results. I need someone to help us post the affirmation. And then I need a Muslim brother or sister to lead us with the affirmation and then closing prayers. Thank you, Umana. That's the person that came in first. Umana Inibehe. Chat me up so that you can get your 5K for being the first to come in, okay, in the meeting. Who will help us with the affirmation? Who has never spoken here, a Muslim brother or sister? Who has never spoken here? Who? We can wave. You can wave. Okay. Ado, unmute yourself. COD. Ado, unmute yourself. You know how to lead the affirmation? It's noisy from there. We'll have to choose another person. Is there another person? Okay, let's go to you. Halima Osman, kindly lead us with the affirmation and closing prayers.
Good morning, great achievers.
Good morning.
Let's start with the affirmation. Who am I?
I am in control of my behavior.
Who am I?
I get my goals
I
finished
get
no
my
matter
goals
how I
finished
feel.
no matter how I feel.
Who am I?
I am in
I am
charge
in charge of my own outcome. Who am I? I can do anything. Who am I?
I
I
have
have
got the
got the
stamina
stamina to keep
To
going.
keep
no
going
matter
no
what.
matter what.
Keep going no matter how I feel.
Who am I?
My
willpower
Willpower
exceeds
exceeds
any
any
exhaustion
exhaustion I may face.
Who am I?
When I set goals, I achieve
I
them.
achieve them. Who am I?
I believe in myself enough to follow through.
Who am I?
Nobody can hold me back, not even my own doubts.
Who am I?
I owe it to myself to wake up and conquer.
Who am I?
I am full of
motivation.
And lastly, who am I?
With
God
God
on my side.
On my side, I am
unstoppable.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى العالمين انك حميد مجيد الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين اياك نعبد واياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم الذين انعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم آمين.
Thank you, thank you very much. I wish each and every one of us the best of today. Make today count. Utilize this training.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.